"Get off my bus, you entitled brat," the driver bellowed, his voice cutting through the chatter like a whip. The brakes screeched as the vehicle jerked to a halt, throwing passengers forward. A young woman in a tailored navy blazer and heels staggered but didn't fall. Her eyes locked with his, wide with disbelief. "I paid my fare," she said, her voice calm but clear, echoing across the hushed bus. "I said get off," the driver snapped, jabbing a finger toward the door. Everyone watched in stunned silence. No one moved to defend her. The bus had turned into a courtroom, and the driver had appointed himself judge and executioner. With her chin held high, she stepped off. The door hissed shut behind her like a final verdict. The driver shifted gears with smug satisfaction, but then glanced up into the mirror. Half a dozen pairs of eyes glared back at him. Uneasy murmurs began to rise. That wasn't right. She didn't do anything. Still, he drove on, gripping the wheel tighter, willing the guilt to vanish. But outside the window, standing by the roadside, the young woman pulled out her phone, her expression unreadable. She hit record. "Hi, I was just kicked off a public bus for no reason," she began, her tone composed but piercing. "This is what happens when people think they can abuse power without consequences." She panned the camera briefly toward the bus pulling away. Then she uploaded the clip with a few well-chosen hashtags. What happened next would make the driver wish he'd taken a second to think before letting his temper fly. Her name was Maya Thompson. At 28, she was a rising civil rights attorney known for fighting transportation injustice. Ironically, that very day, she was on her way to a city council meeting to propose reforms in public transit policy. She believed in walking the talk, riding the same routes as the people she served. She was composed, professional, and passionate. But now, as her post went viral within minutes, she became something more. A symbol. On the bus, the driver's phone buzzed repeatedly. First a text, then two, then a barrage. Curious and slightly annoyed, he pulled over and checked his notifications. What he saw drained the color from his face. The video of him screaming at Maya was everywhere. On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even local news outlets. The captions were brutal. "Power-tripping driver humiliates innocent passenger." Racial profiling? You decide. The video had reached over 600,000 views in just 2 hours. The comments were a storm. "Fire him. We need better training. I ride that line, he's always rude." The driver's hands trembled as he scrolled. "I didn't know who she was," he mumbled, his voice shaky. But the truth was, it shouldn't have mattered. No one deserved to be treated like that. The transit authority quickly caught wind of the video. Within hours, he was pulled from the route and placed on administrative leave. They issued a formal apology to Maya and announced an internal review. But by then, the damage had been done. Maya, meanwhile, wasn't done speaking. She posted a follow-up video. "I want to thank everyone for their support," she said, her voice softer now but still resolute. "This isn't just about me. It's about dignity. It's about fairness. It's about not staying silent when you witness injustice. Whether it's on a bus or in your own workplace, speak up." That video too exploded, with people from around the country sharing their own painful bus stories. Maya had struck a chord. The next day, local news ran a segment featuring Maya's work. The mayor mentioned her by name in a statement pledging better driver training and passenger rights awareness. Her face became familiar. People nodded in respect when she walked into the council meeting. Even the city's Department of Transportation invited her to consult on future policies. In a world where accountability often feels like an illusion, Maya reminded everyone that one voice can spark a reckoning. She didn't just win an argument on a bus. She opened a door for others to walk through. She proved that power doesn't always wear a uniform or sit behind the wheel. Sometimes power is quiet, patient, and armed with the truth. Respect should never be earned through intimidation. Every passenger matters, and sometimes justice doesn't arrive with flashing lights and sirens. It arrives in a calm voice, a phone camera, and a refusal to be silenced. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and drop a karma in the comments below.